What's up, y'all? It's your boy eBay Fight Predictions in the building, and I love this series, and I'm bringing it back. Top 5 threats to each weight class's champion, and we're starting off with 125. I had to start off with the new champion at 125, Brandon fucking Moreno. Man, and we're going to be doing this top 5 threats series all the way up to UFC 286. Leon Edwards versus Kumar Usman will be the finale of it. Probably will start off with that heavyweight division when we start fight week. But yeah, I really wanted to talk about this division because I am so excited for the new contenders that are coming up at 125. I really am. Especially about 2 fighters in this top 5. Or, actually 3. Or, I'd even say 4. There's only one guy I kind of, I have to consider a threat, but I really don't like him. But, hey, it is what it is. But Brandon Moreno, he's a new champion. He's a 2-time flyweight champion. And Davison Figueiredo's going up, so he doesn't have to deal with him no more, and he's gonna get some fresh faces. Do I think he's gonna be long term? No, I don't. But yeah, I like him as a fighter in terms of how he fights. He's a fun fighter to watch, and the way he matches up with these guys, it's gonna be interesting. Hopefully, we see all these fights, and hopefully, we see a lot of great flyweight title action. So yeah, but let's start off with number 5. I said I didn't really like this guy. You guys know I'm not a big Brandon Royval fan. Royval's coming off a win over Matt Schnell. Royval is probably one of the more dangerous, kind of wacky kind of fighters. He's very hittable, but he comes with this almost like disregard for himself to get his offense going, and his offensive striking and offensive grappling from his back is just a problem, and he is a legit problem in that division, man. The guy has some good wins, beat Tim Elliott, beat Schnell, beat Kai Kara-France, so he's a legit dude in that division, and he does have a loss to Brandon Moreno. They did have a fight, but I mean, in that fight, you could see, man, he had an injury, so he'll always have that as an excuse. And if he can get a good win streak going on, I mean, honestly, he could be a legit threat to Brandon, man. The way he matches up stylistically with Brandon, it'd be a good fight. Brandon, I think, would love to scramble with this kid in the wrestling exchanges, and they'd go back and forth, tit for tat. So it'd be interesting to see how well both these guys would go at it. But yeah, I got Brandon Royval at number 5 because I still think Brandon Moreno is better than him. I thought it when they first fought each other, and I'll think it again in the rematch. But you never know. Royval might get the upset. At number 4, I went with Amir Alabi. This guy, I'm really high on him. I love his technical boxing, and I love his wrestling ability. And I feel like that's what you really need to be Brandon Moreno. If you have good hands and some good wrestling, I think that can go a far, far away against Brandon Moreno, and you could really, really hurt him. And I think it'll be a good scrap. Amir, the only thing I could say to knock Amir right now is the lack of competition. But when he gets an opportunity to fight Alex Perez or someone of a higher echelon, maybe a Chanel, somebody like that, I think we'll see what level he really is. But I love the fight with Brandon Moreno as a potential matchup. I think he honestly really matches up well. And his last performance, oh my God, what a masterclass he put on. Beautiful wrestling he showed, good boxing, and then to end it with a shovel uppercut KO like that, he just looked like on another level. And this guy is a legit problem in this division. I really like him, and he's a workhorse fighter. He's not going to get a lot of credit for how flashy he is, but he has the basics down to a T. So and that's what I love about this kid's game. So yeah, at number 3 though, I had to go with Starboy Manel Kape. I like Kape, man. Kape is the man. I think Kape, we kind of gave him a hard time, man. He fought Matheus Niccol and Pantoja, right? And he lost to those guys. But ever since that, he has looked amazing in his last 3 fights, man. Against Zaglas, he looked fucking phenomenal. Against David Dvorak, he looked phenomenal. His boxing and his power in the division is something to behold, man. This guy has superstar potential in him. He's just popular to me. I think a lot of people know him. He's a fun fighter to watch. He just has this charisma about him. And him versus Brandon Moreno would be awesome, man. And I like what Manel Kape brings to the table. He has legit power, and we've seen guys with legit power can hurt Brandon Moreno. In the Davison Figueiredo trilogy, Davison was able to drop him 2 times. I think maybe 3 times or something like that. But still, like Kape, if he can land the right punches on Brandon Moreno, he has a chance. And Kape has good takedown defense too, so it's a solid fight. The only thing I would say Brandon might have an advantage is maybe the cardio and obviously the output. Cape's volume will always be his deficit. You know, he doesn't have enough volume. He kind of relies on his power. But besides that, the guy, and he has such beautiful accuracy with his shots, man. He does not miss. When he lets his hands go and he really feels 100% confidence in throwing his shots down the pipe, oh my God, the guy's a problem and he's a monster. So yeah, Cape in them title talks will be really fun one day. At number 2, I went with Matheus Niccol. I was not really sold on him, but after that Matt Chanel fight, how can you not be sold on this guy? This guy has good wrestling, good power. He's just a bit of a counter striker, but my God, he fights with such poise and he's with such calculated ability. And I like how he fights, man. I think he would develop a good game plan for Brandon Moreno. I think he would also rely on leg kicks against Brandon Moreno and find the right shots. I think Brandon might have an advantage with the output and you know, some of the pace and the cardio, but besides that, Niccol just has it, man. I really like this guy. I really do. Obviously, I think I like Manel Cape more than Niccol, and I even told people that's a dream fight I want in 2023 is Manel Cape versus Matthew Niccol 2 as a rematch one day. I really want to see that fight again. That fight is awesome, bro. I think those guys are going to fight for a belt one day against each other. But Niccol versus Brandon Moreno is awesome, and I think he's someone to look forward to, and he should be really well respected in that division, man. He is a problem. He is a legit problem. And at number 1, I had to go with the father, the 2-time win over Brandon Moreno, Alejandro Pantoja, man. Pantoja, I think, is the number 1 absolute threat to Brandon Moreno. He has 2 wins over him. He kicked him out of the UFC. He completely dominated him in that second fight, used the leg kicks very well, and beat him on the feet. And I think if they go to the ground, I think Pantoja even has the advantage there. He submitted him before on Tough. I think Pantoja is just better than Brandon Moreno, and I think Pantoja will beat Brandon Moreno when they fight again. So that's the number 1 threat. I just think he's the man right now. I think Pantoja is just on a different level of momentum. He is destroying guys. He is not letting nobody fucking take his spot. And that's what I love about Pantoja. He's on this war path. What he did to Brandon Royval, I will always be thankful for. I legitimately, I said praise to the Lord for doing that to Brandon Royval. He completely dominated Royval and just sunned him in the grappling, and that was probably one of my favorite performances of Pantoja's. I wouldn't say his career, but of this little run he's been on over Cape, Royval, and then Perez, I would say that Royval fight was my favorite fight out of the 3, and I enjoyed it, man. I was like, man, praise the Lord, brother, praise the Lord. So I think Pantoja is the number 1 threat in that division, and yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Next week we're gonna talk about bantamweight, so get ready for that. But yeah, love y'all. Goodbye. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. There will be a stream on Sunday. I will be doing a live campaign for UFC 284. So go get ready for that. Your boy eBay is gonna be back in action. Can't wait to watch those fucking fights. And yeah, man, love y'all and goodbye. Your boy eBay Fight Predictions is out of here.